Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We're jumping straight into this one. No warm-up, no nothing. LAG, Old Guys, Texas. This is the Gold Premade division. We are jumping right into this one. I got my friend Wolfie here with me. Wolfie, how you feeling on this fine Thursday evening?
Oh, it's not bad. Not a Friday, but not a Monday. So we'll take that. Fridays are pretty slow in the office, so I'm pretty excited. Getting slammed in pre-made. Love Wednesdays. How are you doing tonight? It's the first time of us casting together. I'm excited to be on the desk with you. Excited to see some of these gold teams play as well. Should be a banger match.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be a banger match. I love casting with you. I can already tell it's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great match. You know, both these teams already going back and forth a little bit on that P1. Old Guy's going to have a little bit of a lead going into this P2. Both teams, they're both here. Two of them are here. Old Guys, they're trying to get on it, but no one is there. Wiggs, he's up on this top solar trying to get whatever he can for his team. But his team is falling around him with Poof finding a double kill. No players for Old Guys anywhere near the hill. So LAG now gonna jump out to a lead. Can Old Guys get the break that they need?
Yeah, they're fighting pretty hard here. Unfortunately, not able to find anything for that solar side so far. Do see a couple players sliding in. Unfortunately, I'm just going to kind of go one by one. Get picked off, and right as I say that, the caster curse is going to happen for them here. Poof and co. able to pick up a few players here. Aragon last alive, looking to fight for his team, but is going to fall. LAG pretty successful here on this P2 towards tank side, securing those P3 spawns as well as Old Guys Texas continue to try to slam through the front. Eventually going to be looking through that route through mid, and they might be able to catch Poof off guard here, window.
Yeah, Poof, he's over here on this new. His teammates setting up in that back spawn, trying to secure those spawns. Pixel with a big kill for his team to maintain these spawns back here. So LAG looking to try and chain some hills together here. P3 is going to pop. They already have a solid lead. Old Guys trying to flood their way through the front. They're going to send a player back towards this back P5 side, but you know, LAG, they are holding this to perfection. 3 players will fall for 4 Old Guys. Aussie will eventually find one, but they are still spawning out. 2 players for Old Guy. The closest ones are in mid. Joker absolutely slams one, slides with the pistol, but he can't get him. So LAG, sorry, they are holding these hills to absolute perfection. They lead is over 60 points now.
Yeah, LAG is doing so far so good. We see a little riding coming out of here from Aragon. Not going to be successful here on this attempt. Maybe we'll see a little bit more of that later. But LAG have come to fight here on this Thursday night. We do see Old Guys Texas. They are rotated with about 10 seconds left towards new. So we should see the time go in their favor. Aussie able to pick up 2 on rotation towards that dirt side as well. So he's going to be doing something good for his team here. New Hill's going to pop. Old Guys Texas down by about 90 points here in this match. But Exposure is one of those maps. You can start to string together some of these hills. We saw that with LAG with P1 through P3. We can see the same thing here with Old Guys Texas. They can do the same thing, you know, P4, P5. They can do it too. They can bring it back here. So far, so good. Until that happens, they get a break there. They're going to be spawning out solar side. LAG, easy break for him. Wasted a couple seconds around that time, but easy for him. OGT with 3 of their own as Poof is the last survivor towards that solar side. Team's going to spawn. Have a little bit of a split spawn there. 1 in the back, 2 towards that solar side. So they should have a little bit of a success here on this rebreak.
Yeah, rebreak gonna come in, just collapsing from all sides. 3 of them will fall. Aragon eventually will find one, but he falls pretty quickly. So last 15 seconds, looking like it's gonna go the way towards LAG with Old Guys spawning out. They're gonna send 2 players mid, trying to set this up for this new P5 on dirt side. But you know, these LAG players, I mean, they've just been chaining these hills together. You know, but Old Guys, you've got a little bit of a success on that last hill, so maybe try and build off that on this new one. But it's going to be LAG on the hill to start this P5. 1 player for Old Guys is near the hill, but he will eventually fall. So LAG, they are again all over these hills, all over these rotations. But as I say that, Aragon will find a double kill. The hill is now contested. Poof will eventually shut him down, but no team really able to find too much time on this hill. And like you said, Exposure is one of those maps where you can jump out to an early lead, but if a team can stay resilient, they can come back pretty quickly and make it a game pretty quickly. But LAG, they're on this hill once again. About 30 seconds remaining. These Old Guys players starting on that back P3 side, so they're gonna eventually flood the hill and get the break. But you gotta try and find some more time. They're gonna need a little bit more than about 15 seconds.
Yeah, this LAG team, a little bit familiar. Been trying to find a scrim with them for about 1.5 years now in this gold division. We scrimmed them a couple weeks ago, and they are a solid team. And you guys can see this so far in this exposure. When we scrimmed them, they were really turning up on this map, doing some good things. So I expect nothing less out of this LAG side. OGT just had, could have been no warm-up so far or something, but they're gonna start getting hot here. I can feel it. This is gonna be a good matchup tonight, even if map 1 goes the way it is so far. We should see a good 2, 3, 4 for sure. But LAG, I mean, they have not done much wrong on this one. They lost a rotation to P4, and that's been it. Everything else has been clinical out of LAG so far. So far, so good. I mean, it's going to be 3 dead in the feed for LAG. Last players towards that Zig side. They're picking up these spawns as well. So LAG looking good so far in this P1 transition towards P2.
Yeah, looking pretty good, and we got some intel from the players pregame, and you said maybe a little bit no warm-up, and Aussie has a little bit of a nickname. They call him 15-minute Aussie. Apparently, he will start this game up about 10 to 15 minutes before the game starts, and just hop right into it. Now they say he does pop off with no warm-up, but that could be a little bit of an explanation why they're getting off to a slow start. But the second P2 is huge. This is one of those maps, this is one of those games where no lead is too comfortable, but Pixel gets a big double kill on that hill as Aussie will eventually trade him out with the nade, but LAG is on the hill. But right as I say that, Aussie will get a kill and to secure at least a little bit of control for them on that P2. So this is what you need. You get these LAG players spawning out a little bit of split spawn with 8 spawning away from all of his teammates. But, that's what you need. You need to try and find at least whatever you can. Get a break here, hold about 30 seconds there, and just slowly crawl your way back into the game. You're only down by about 110, 115 points, but I mean, as I'm talking about all this, they get broken off the hill. LAG just working at these players and these spawns and everything to absolute perfection.
Yeah, LAG invested a cruise missile there about halfway through that hill as well, just to kind of secure the rest of the time, secure those rotations towards new, and they're reaping the benefits so far, although OGT are able to pick up 2 of their own on the transition. LAG getting a little aggressive there on that hill, getting a spawn out, so OGT are going to be spawning in the back here. This is one of those hills, we kind of noticed just through playing through BO7 that there are quite a few hills that you could play from either side. It's not like there's necessarily a preferred way and a preferred spawn, and this is kind of one of those. You could play it from the front, play it from the back. Either one works. OGT in control of this one with 35 to go in the hill. Gonna hop back in here as the side of LAG are able to pick up the first couple kills towards that front side. OGT here looking to defend with a couple more seconds. 3 kills go their way. 4th not able to fall in their laps. Poof playing towards those back stairs, just playing his life, taking some gunshots towards old, but the side of LAG have elected to rotate 3 of those players towards new. Pixel going to be up here towards ring, going to be watching these players on transition, able to pick up 1 towards middle. I'm going to be looking for more. 5 seconds till new. OGT starting to make a little bit of a comeback, only down by 80 here, but they're going to need a quick break on P4.
Yeah, definitely going to need a quick break on P4, and when you build a lead like LAG did, you're comfortable with giving up about 15 seconds, but here we go. Pixel, he picks up Aussie on that flank towards dirt side, so that's a good start, but you have the old guys players flooding in through the front, but Pixel will pick it up and pick up his teammates. Some trades rolling in the feed towards the side of old guys. They're on the hill. They get the break. 1 player for LAG remaining in the back is Poof. He's just trying to stay alive for his teammates, all flooding down from P2. All the old guys players going to flood around him. He eventually finds one. He's still alive, but Jimp will eventually shut him down. But meanwhile, the LAG players were on the hill, but Aussie with a big 2-piece to shut them down. So old guy a little bit shaky, but you eventually get the spawns and you're getting some decent time. But this LH side is just relenting over towards this front side where you spot some players one side, the rest of the team is on the other side. So rest of the time gonna go towards old guys. Not quite the hill that you wanted to get there, but you did get some decent time, and LAG on the rotations once again.
Yeah, and I mean, LAG have I believe Poof is the one who has a cruise missile in the back pocket. This is definitely the hill that they could use it on, but he's just going to do it with the gun over here towards this towards this yellow side, excuse me, as he's able to pick that up. Starting to read a little bit of the spawns here. He's going to have a few more players in front of him. That's one. Able to pick him up, not reading the second guy behind him. As we see some fight towards mid with Aragon. 20 for the win for LAG. They could do it here on the P5 as long as everything is fairly clean. Joker able to help Poof on point there, able to pick up 1. Jimp able to pick up 1 of his own, is going to fall. Pixel picks up 2, and Poof is going to finish off that wave there. 10 seconds for the win for LAG.
Yeah, 10 seconds for the win. Old guys just have to get aggressive and just start flooding at the hill. Not much you can do, not much you will do. 1 second remaining, and that is, well, the contest is going to come in. No fight. No, they're not going to go down without a fight, but the last player will fall. LAG securing quite a dominant map number 1, 250 to 142. And, I mean, my goodness, there's not much I could say negative that they did in that map.
They great map from the side of LAG, ready to come out and swing on this one. This is a, it's a good team. Played these guys before. They maybe didn't perform against me as well as they did.
Side, as far as I'm concerned, if no one switches teams or anything like that, and yes, they are going to start on the defensive side. So LAG going to start out on the offensive side. They're going to send most of their players over towards this A point. That's going to be the favorite site over here. A lot of teams do this. They do have 3 in Poof with the sniper, or not with the sniper, watching over towards that mid-shop area. Ozzy with the sniper towards top green. He spots that player on a pixel. No shots are going to connect quite yet. Just some love taps being exchanged, but Poof eventually will find that opening kill onto Aragon. So that big opening blood is what you want, but Poof, Poof is going to find another kill. So, man, make it 3. My goodness, he's getting kills faster than I can even say that they're happening, and the last one's going to fall as well. If you blink, you might have missed that round. LAG continuing what they did in that map number 1.
Yeah, Boof just continuing to use that submachine gun to his advantage there. Getting through P1, getting 3 on that round. Sleepy able to pick up the last player here for the side of LAG. Successful round number 1 where you don't have trophies. It makes that A-bomb a little rough, but they're able to do it with the guns there. Don't need any attacks from their side. OGT able to attack here. We'll see if they have a little bit different plan, see if they can be successful here as LAG was on round number 1.
Yep, on the offensive side is old guys, a little bit of a different approach, but they are going to go towards this A site. These teams love this A site. 8 and Wiggs, he's going to be back towards that back blue window. Poof is going to spot him out. He's going to shoot at him, maybe let him know that he's there, but no damage will be exchanged. Both teams kind of playing it patient. LAG playing a spread out defensive approach as Sleepy's going to find that opening kill onto Jimp, and Aragon will find one as well. So Sleepy will find another one. So we've got gunfire flying throughout the map, more trades coming in into a 2 versus 1 for LAG. Wiggs is the last man standing. 2 players for LAG over towards that B site, but the bomb is down towards A. Can Wiggins find, the 2v1 clutch?
Yeah, technical 1v3 here for Wiggs if he can do it. He's going to get spotted mid-map from top green. He's going to take some shots from that player bus, eventually going to fall by the player back P2 stairs. LAG up to nothing here, not letting that round slip through their fingers there with that 1v3. And I mean, so far, Sleepy, we see 5-0 here. Doing their thing. They're going to get pretty close to streaks here as well, pretty early in the map. And this is a dangerous map to have streaks on for S&D as well. So, side of OGT are going to need to shut those down, or it's going to be a rough couple rounds.
Yeah, streaks are definitely not something you want to be going against in Search and Destroy on a map like this with, you've got 2 indoor areas and they're both in your spawn. So LAG on the offensive side once again, looking like they're going to do a little bit similar to what they did in that first round, but 3 Poof is going to be back towards that back blue area instead of middle. But both teams kind of just playing it patient, but also playing it quick at the same time. They're playing the power positions, shots being exchanged, but like the last 2 rounds have been, it just explodes like a firecracker. LAG doesn't like what they see, so they're going to back up a little bit. Bomb carrier is still over towards that A site, but they're just going to sit back in their spawn, try and look for some holes. But old guys, they're holding this defense strong, holding these power positions.
Yeah, side of OGT, we just do not need to see any mistakes here. No overchals. Side of LAG, we're just playing it slow, seeing if they can get up on the map a little bit, see if they can pick a player out of position. But they are slowly trying to get towards this A-bomb, backing up once again here. 30 seconds left in the round, so they may be thinking towards a little bit of a B rotation. We see this bomb getting rotated out back blue towards that army and across here. I don't think the side of OGT spot that cross just yet, but with 20 seconds left, they're going to have to make a move. We do see a player, I believe, top green, playing a little bit passive. He may be able to catch a couple players out. Ozzy able to pick up the first kill towards market, so it's going to give the life advantage to OGT. And right as I say that, Poof able to pick up a sniper kill of his own. LAG have infiltrated top green. Sleepy able to pick up one of his own. Poof playing a little cut here. We'll see kind of how this round plays out. LAG able to pick up another one. Jimp left in another 1v3.
Yeah, left into another 1v3. LAG playing it patient, playing it slow, and old guys, they just collapsed all around them, teammates falling here and there, but LAG, I mean, they just played it patient, they played it slow, they, take what the defense gives you, and that's exactly what they did. Just played it slow, that, you didn't like what you saw over towards A, so you kind of just backed up a little bit, watched over towards mid in your spawn, not gonna, don't want to didn't give old guys any free kills, so they rotated over towards B, and old guys, they weren't ready for it. I mean, I wouldn't say they got overzealous or overchowed anything, but the teamwork was just not there for them. But seeing if they can bounce back on this offensive side down 3-0.
Yeah, they're gonna need to make something work here. The side of LAG are being completely carried by Sleepy and Poof here in this S&D. OGT, really, you shut those two down, you feel like you have a free round win. But so far, not being successful in that, with both of those players going unkillable throughout the entire map so far. Sleepy, we see about an assist away from that Hellstorm that could prove danger for the side of OGT, especially if they're going to try to attack this A bomb later in the round. We see some fights going down towards that plane side there, number 4 with Joker. But finding nothing so far. OGT just kind of playing this slow. Smoke is going to go down on that bomb, and it looks like it may be a fake. Aussie with a big sniper kill towards that top green. So man advantage OGT as Poof is looking to get aggro here towards Mark and picks up one.
Yeah, picks up one, evens the life up immediately, but Ozzy finds another one with the pistol towards mid. Bang out gonna happen. He turns, helps his teammate, and finds another one as well. So Sleepy, the last one standing, up towards back green in his spawn. So he's gonna find a free kill. I was gonna say free kill, but he had to work for it. But he finds that kill, so into a 1 versus 2. Old Guys has the bomb in hand. He finds one up towards top green and Ozzy. So now into a 1 versus 1. Bomb gonna be planted down towards A. So, I mean, the retake for Sleepy 1 versus 1. Wiggs, he's the S&D guy. They told us pregame that this is the guy that calls the shots on search. Is he going to find the timing, wrapping back towards the spawn? He does find the timing and shoots him down without a fight. Old Guys, a little bit shaky in a 1v3, but they still ice up and clutch it up to get that first round on the board.
Yeah, it's just that first round, and as I said before, S&D is a one round at a time game mode. If you try to get ahead of yourselves, it's gonna prove danger for you if you're OGT. You just got to think about the next one, one at a time for you guys, and you'll be fine here. You do have to combat. You do have a Hellstorm on the side of Sleepy with LAG, so we'll see when he decides to pull that out. I would imagine it's probably going to be on a defense or just a long offense retake that they take here, but they're going to elect to go right back to that A site where we've seen the majority of the action tonight, and we'll see if they can find anything. Sleepy's able to spot one player, get those shots along with this teammate there. Pick off Jimp towards that stair side. They do spot that player towards top green as well, so they're going to know the positioning of at least 2 of them. What shots out of Sleepy there towards that top green player. Just guns Wiggs there as we're left in a 2v4 for Aragon and Aussie to retake and get that defuse.
Yeah. 37 seconds. You've got plenty of time. You do find that first kill, so life advantage or life count not too bad. Aragon trying to chase that kill. He will find it, so life count is even. About a little under 30 seconds remaining on the bomb. Aragon will not find anything, but he gets some shots into him. Pixel will finally finish him off. 18 seconds remaining, all left down to Ozzy. Pixel is here low on health, but he shoots him down as well. A hop, skip, and a jump up and around those ledges. Shuts down those last 2 players for Old Guys, and now they have the 4-1 advantage, continuing their dominance on this offensive side of the map.
Yeah, that is when I was a little worried about that LAG. They were kind of stacked up towards that A site, looking different directions. The side of OGT had an opportunity to get a couple 1v1s there and isolate some players, but just unable to win those gunfights. LAG able to come up on top, and finally we see somebody else get some kills on the side of LAG. Pixel picking up 2 on that round for his team. But we still have a couple watches out here on both sides here. 4-1 for LAG. Aragon getting very aggressive there with the right and able to pick up that kill. Put the man advantage towards his team, but as I say, that Sleepy able to pick up one of his own. As bomb is down, I believe that is going to be a trophy system there on that bomb. Protect from that tactical nade that's coming in. Jimp able to spot 2 players there on the cross. knows where those are going to be. They're looking for the third player left here in number 3. I believe that's Poof going to be taking a wide route. This is going to be on him to see if he can make a play and pick up this kill.
Yeah, this fight with 8 and 3 is going to be huge. Wiggs playing his corners and he finds the kill. That is big for old guys. You have the man advantage and you shut down that pinch. 2 players for LAG and you have a general idea of where they are. Shots are going to get exchanged. Aragon will eventually shut down Sleepy and his teammate will shut down the other around him. So old guys, that was a good, clean, offensive round you saw out of them. Aragon playing a little bit aggressive, but it did work. He found that opening blood, and so it gave his teammates the space to push up onto the site with the smoke. So, I mean, the bomb went down towards that little side stair area, but I mean, Aragon, I mean, he went balls to the walls and just straight went for it and got it. So, maybe a little bit of miscues out of LAG on the communication, but old guys, they get a second round. They're still staying in this one, not going too far away.
Yeah, they're still keeping it competitive here. We'll see what happens. This is going to be kind of really your momentum round here. Bringing it back 4-3 would be huge for the guys. No pun intended there. But if they could do it, Aussie able to pick up the snipe off rip here. Give the man advantage early. But once again, LAG is just always on that trade game. Able to pick up Poof towards that mid-market. Able to pick up that kill on Aragon. So Snipe still in play for the side of OGT. I don't know that anybody on the side of LAG has one out. Typically, we've seen Poof with it. We saw a kill with the SMG earlier. So looks like no snipe from their side. They're going to be attacking towards this B side. We see number 6 here in Jimp going to be the only one here. He's looking towards that mid cut. Has some cover here. Is he going to get spotted out by these players? Not quite yet, as he's able to cross. He sees all 3 guys. Not able to kill anybody. Does put some shots for that guy on bomb. Poof able to pick up that player towards green as well. So it's going to be a 1v3. This would be an ace if Aussie gets it, and he is not going to. LAG going to go up 5-2.
Yeah, I mean, these rotations are absolutely killing old guys. They've seen it twice out of LAG where they don't like what they see over towards A, or they get first blooded on A, and so they back up a little bit. They play a little bit more patient than they usually do, and they just rotate over towards that B side. And old guys, they're not ready for it. Their defensive approach is just I'm not sure what they're doing, but LAG gives them space. They take a little bit more time, and old guys, I'm not sure if they're panicking or what, but it's just not working. LAG, using that to their advantage where those rotations, I mean, they're just killing old guys. So on match point for LAG, they're on the defensive side. Old guys over towards this A site once again with 2 players over towards mid. Some shots getting exchanged, but no one able to find any kills. So gonna have a little bit of positioning over towards this A side as Aragon's gonna find that opening kill onto Poof towards that top green. So 2 in Pixel, he's kind of left alone over towards that B site with his 2 teammates over towards A. But now they're gonna meet up in the middle and find a couple of kills. So old guys, they get that opening blood, but they're starting to fall around him. Wiggs eventually finds one. Pixel will shut down Jim. So now it's all down to Wiggs. The last player standing, Sleepy and Pixel, trying to secure this round and this map.
Yeah, this would be 3 kills on the round for Wiggs if he's able to clutch it up. The bomb is down towards that front blue, so he has 30 seconds here to make a move. These players are just watching this middle cross, kind of expecting him to take a flank here. We're going to see a fight coming up here any moment now. Wiggs is going to get stun checked, is going to get his position found out, has to relay back to get this bomb. He's looking for these kills. Able to pick up Sleepy, 20 seconds left. Still doesn't have the bomb. He's got to find Pixel. I feel like he knows that there's a player back here. This timing is going to kill me here. He's going to be looking back here, and we just see Pixel out top green, able to escape this, and this is looking like it's going to go to the side of LAG, potentially putting in the chat, hey, you guys know you got to plant the bomb, but it doesn't happen. The side of OGT are going to fall in this one. LAG with a 6-2 win, map number 2.
Yeah, what a win.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Beautiful Thursday night here. LAG up 2-0 in this series against Old Guys Texas. We'll apologize early on here. The colors are going to be a little bit flipped on you guys, but at least you guys see the names right. So hopefully you can bear with us as we make some team mistakes here. But LAG going to be on the right side of your screen. Old Guys Texas on the left side. Overload Scar going to be an interesting map number 3 here. LAG, if you're just joining us, have pretty dominantly won map 1 and map 2 here. So we're expecting a little bit of a fight back from OGT here. We'll see what they can do in this brand new game mode.
Yeah, trying to see what they can do. They have the bomb in hand over towards this top side. Sleepy was the front man clearing some kills, and they're going to get that opening score. Absolute perfection on the teamwork side with Sleepy, clearing that front line for him, covering the hill. He's on a 5 spree, but eventually gets shut down. So Old Guys off to a slow start once again. LAG, they have the bomb in hand again, but Wiggs will eventually shut him down. But all of LAG's players are all around it, and they're gonna score again. This is one of those maps and one of those game modes where if you are dominating the series or dominating even the map in general, you can flurry a bunch of points back to back to back. The bomb gonna spawn up, and LAG already has it in hand. They cleared 3 players for the side of Old Guys off of there, and I mean, my goodness, they are dominating like they have all series long.
Yeah, I mean, for every for every one OGT kill we've seen so far, I feel like we've seen a million LAG kills so far. They've just constantly been in their spawn, just in and around the point, just having transitions from device spawn to device dunk, just instantly here. Side of OGT finally have some map presence towards mid here, able to clear out market. Pixel looking to do something here towards his open cut. He's going to have a fight over here towards Wiggs. He's going to win that for his team. Side of OGT still have 2 players up. Make that 1 player up towards that market side. Is going to catch the player pulling. Is going to pick up 1 in Jim. Is going to eventually fall here as the rest of his players are going to be off spawn. But side of LAG are just continuing to move forward here on this map.
Yeah, just continuing to move forward. They're favoring that top side. It seems to be the favorite for them with that little, that little pinch area. I mean, it's worked. I mean, they scored 3 points on it, but they eventually will get shut down. Wiggs finds a couple of big kills over there, so they're eventually going to get the bomb in hand. They're going to try and push this up towards this P3 side. So a couple trades rolling in the feed. Airgon will find 2 courtesy of the pistol, but Pixel, he'll find 2 of his own and shut that down. So the push, as soon as it started, it ended for the side of Old Guys. LAG gonna pick the bomb up once again, but Aussie, he's over here towards this mid cut, trying to shut him down. Finds 1, can't quite find the guy top green. So 3 players gonna fall for LAG. So a little bit shaky. They had that player mid cut to slow down that push, but Aragon over towards that top gonna find 2 as well. So they're trying to push this up. They're trying to get at least something to build off of here. They finally have some push on the map. They finally are over here towards this top green, and hopefully they can get this score going.
Yeah, they're just losing a couple players here. Able to get close to that dunk, and they are able to secure one of those. OGT currently down 1-3 here, so we're going to see a little bit of a reset on the map. The side of OGT are in the spawn of LAG. Important gunfight there lost from the side of Aragon. LAG able to get out of their spawn a little bit here, but ball is in possession of OGT as they're looking to make this B hit here. Little fight through green here, but this is going to be clear for them. OGT back up to 2-3 with a minute left. They can make a run here. This is definitely the favored side on this map here, so going down early is going to be okay for them. Device is going to spawn towards that P2 side, and so is LAG. All going to spawn up on that ball. We're going to have some players out here. That's the first wave of kills done. They're going to need this second wave to be pretty clean to get a dunk here and to send this into half.
Yeah, he's pushing it up towards that mid, and no players for OGT are going to be there. So gonna be a 4-2 half. LAG up again like they've been all series long and just dominating in the kill feed. But I mean, you kind of like what you saw out of OGT there in that back half of that first half. You started finding some kills, you started finding some positioning towards that green side and that P3 side. So eventually got 2 scores out of it. So that's something to build off of. But unfortunately for them, they are gonna flip sides and they're gonna have, the more difficult side. It's kind of even, but it is definitely the more difficult side to score on. So not going to be working in your favor. LAG trying to close this one out up 4-2, but I mean, like you said, a map like this, it can flip pretty quickly. I mean, you saw how quickly OGT scored those 2 points. So don't count them out just yet. But the side of LAG pushing this up, absolutely aggressively pushing it up, but 2 players are going to fall. Aragon towards the mid, he'll pick it up, but Poof will find him and another one. So the bomb again early in the hands of LAG, and they're going to score within the first 30 seconds of this half. The 3-point advantage regained once again.
Yeah, and they're dunking and they're putting these players in a spawn trap here. We see Aussie last player alive here towards the point. The rest of those players are going to spawn towards that P2 side. Aussie gets a feeling that somebody is top green, not able to win that gunfight. Device is going to get dunked towards that A side, and LAG can just do no wrong right now. They're winning the gunfights as they need to in spawn, forcing those players towards P2. That device is over there, so they're going to have to take a trip. Sleepy able to pick up one of his own towards that device. We do have one player over here in Aragon looking for something, but Sleepy able to pick up at least his feet there. Put that comm over towards his teammates, and they're able to pick him up there. Loses the next gunfight here towards the device, so side of OGT are looking to get a reset here. Important gunfight happening. Pixel able to pick up two of his own towards that P2 side, just looking to maintain map control as the side of OGT are looking to get aggressive towards this map and start taking these LG players off a spawn. But they're going to need to grab that device and get some dunks pretty quick here. Down 4, you can pretty much take 40 seconds off of that clock just on respawns here, as Wiggs is able to take it here. Able to pick up a big kill from that pistol right before this, and is looking to get aggressive on this B side.
Yeah, looking to get aggressive, but the defense for LAG has been absolutely, I mean, it's been golden. And here comes the counterattack. Sleepy, he picks up the bomb, and he's working over towards that P2 side. All the players for OGT are spawning over towards that A side, but now they're going to flood towards mid. Here they come. Sleepy's able to find one with the pistol. Aragon will shut him down, but Pixel finds one as well. A few trays rolling in the feed towards the side of LAG. They don't have the bomb in hand, but now they do. They're going to run it over towards B, and there is the score. 7-2, winning in absolutely dominant fashion, in the counterattack is just working to absolute perfection. They back up, they play slow on defense. They know they don't have the positioning to play as aggressive as they probably want to be, but you know, like I said, they played it patient. They got the bomb out of their hands. All the players for OGT spawned out, and well, they counterattacked and pushed it right into that hill with, I mean, almost no fight back.
Yeah, I mean, LAG, they got 1 to go here. They got 2 minutes to do it. They can take their time here. Side of OGT are looking to push the pace here. Almost a free run there from Aragon, but is going to get stopped towards that top blue side. 3 in the feed for Old Guys Texas. Jim going to be the last one over here towards this B side, trying to play protector. Is going to get a good stun there on quite a few players. Able to pick up a couple of his own, but Poof and Joker with nade kills, and that is going to be it for the side of OGT. LAG able to take this one 8-2, map number 3 with a pretty clean 3-0 here.
That is the first time I have seen the score limit get reached in an overload. Usually, I mean, I don't know if it's just me and like some bad luck, but I've been having some low scoring overloads. I've never had, I don't think